Welcome to Have You Read It, the channel where we bring books to life one summary at a time. Today we're diving into Landmarks, how a second-rate builder, a revolutionary producer, and a third-rate president became the Donald J. Trump story, a meticulous investigation into the Trump family fortune and Donald Trump's business career by Pulitzer Prize-winning New York Times reporters Russ Buettner and Susanne. This book isn't just about Trump, it's a story about America, about how we got to a point where Donald Trump is a serious contender for the presidency, again. So grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and let's unpack this epic American tale. The story begins, not with Donald, but with his father, Fred Trump, a builder of modest means in early 20th century Queens. Imagine a young Fred, just 17, envisioning a big future in the building industry amid the borough's population explosion. He started small, building garages, delivering supplies, learning the ropes one nail at a time. The Great Depression, which decimated the construction industry, became Fred's lucky break. FDR's New Deal, specifically the creation of the Federal Housing Administration, fueled a building boom. Fred capitalized on FHA-backed mortgages, becoming a prolific builder of affordable homes, employing assembly line efficiency that earned him the moniker the Henry Ford of the building industry. World War II brought another housing crisis, this time in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia. Fred saw opportunity and migrated his family south, building thousands of apartments with FHA-insured loans under the Title VI, Section 608 program. This program, designed to address the wartime housing shortage, would inadvertently become a source of immense wealth for Fred, thanks to loopholes that allowed developers to keep excess mortgage funds. The war's end saw the Trumps return to New York, where Fred embarked on his most ambitious projects yet: Shore Haven and Beach Haven, massive apartment complexes financed by the FHA. It's here we see the origins of a crucial Trump family practice, transferring ownership of these projects to trusts in his children's names, making them landlords while still toddlers. This provided a tax-advantaged flow of income to the Trump children, including Donald, for decades to come. But the good times wouldn't last forever. The FHA program, rife with mismanagement and developer excesses, became the subject of a Senate investigation in the 1950s. Fred found himself in the hot seat, accused of pocketing millions in windfall profits. Although he escaped serious consequences, the scandal foreshadowed future battles over the propriety of Fred and Donald's business practices. As Fred's wealth grew, so did the family's prominence in Jamaica estates. Imagine young Donald growing up in the largest house on the best street, chauffeured to private school, surrounded by the trappings of wealth. But there were early signs of trouble: Donald's bullying, his expulsion from Kew Forest School, and his subsequent enrollment in New York Military Academy, a formative experience that would shape his worldview. At the Military Academy, Donald mastered the art of appearing successful, excelling at superficial tasks like shining shoes and making his bed, while avoiding responsibility and relying on his family's wealth and influence. This pattern would repeat throughout his life. While Fred focused on consolidating his empire, he also searched for an heir. Freddie, the eldest son, initially seemed like the obvious choice. He was charming, popular, and showed an early interest in the family business. But Freddie harbored other dreams. He wanted to be a pilot. This pursuit and his struggles with alcohol would lead to a falling out with his father. Donald, though initially disinterested in the family business, became the heir apparent by default. Fred, eager for a successor, showered Donald with opportunities, titles, and a generous salary, effectively handing over control of his empire to a young and inexperienced son. Donald quickly made his mark, rebranding his father's company as the Trump Organization, and making pronouncements about grandiose projects, often before securing financing or approvals. This marked a shift from Fred's cautious approach to real estate development and foreshadowed Donald's penchant for publicity over substance. The 1970s saw Donald's first forays into Manhattan real estate, beginning with the Commodore Hotel. This project, a massive renovation of a dilapidated landmark, was made possible by Fred's political connections, particularly his close relationship with Mayor Abe Beame. The Commodore's success, fueled by tax breaks and Donald's knack for self-promotion, cemented his image as a rising star in the New York real estate world. But even as he celebrated his early triumphs, Donald faced challenges. A federal lawsuit accusing the Trumps of housing discrimination highlighted his combative nature and his willingness to engage in protracted legal battles, often to his own detriment. This case also marked the beginning of his long and influential relationship with Roy Cohn, a lawyer known for his aggressive tactics and questionable ethics. Throughout the 1980s, Donald expanded his empire, acquiring hotels, casinos, and even a football team, all while taking on massive amounts of debt. His business decisions, often impulsive and based on gut instinct rather than careful analysis, led to financial difficulties and near collapse. It was during this period of expansion that Donald met and married Ivana Zelnichkova, a model who would become his business partner and the mother of his 3 eldest children. Ivana played a significant role in Trump's early projects, overseeing interior design and managing his properties. But their relationship would ultimately unravel amid Donald's infidelities and financial troubles. As Donald's empire teetered, he turned to his father for financial support, concealing these transactions from the public and further blurring the lines between his own wealth and his father's fortune. The 1990s saw Donald reinvent himself as a brand, leveraging his growing celebrity to license his name to a wide range of products and projects. This shift, fueled by the growing cultural fascination with wealth and celebrity, provided a new source of income and further solidified his public image as a successful businessman. Mark Burnett, the creator of Survivor, recognized Trump's potential as a reality television star. The Apprentice transformed Trump from a real estate developer into a national celebrity. The show, carefully edited to present a flattering and highly marketable version of Trump, fueled a surge in licensing and endorsement deals, making him hundreds of millions of dollars. The Apprentice also marked a shift in Trump's business model. His primary source of income became licensing his name, a relatively low-effort, high-reward enterprise that allowed him to profit from other companies' successes and failures without taking on significant financial risk. Even as he celebrated his television triumphs, Trump's core businesses continued to struggle. His casinos in Atlantic City faced repeated bankruptcies, and his real estate ventures were often plagued by cost overruns, delays, and legal battles. Despite his business failures, Trump maintained a public image of success, leveraging his celebrity and media savvy to create an illusion of wealth and competence. This illusion, carefully cultivated for decades, would become central to his political aspirations. The 2016 presidential election saw Trump capitalize on his celebrity and populist appeal, winning the presidency despite a record of business failures and questionable ethics. His campaign, fueled by misinformation and attacks on the media, further eroded public trust in established institutions. As Trump prepares for another presidential run, Landmarks offers a crucial counter-narrative to his self-proclaimed success story. It reminds us that his wealth is largely inherited and that his business career is marked by failures, not triumphs. The main takeaways are: Donald Trump's fortune is not self-made. It's largely a product of his father's business dealings and government programs, as well as tax avoidance schemes. Trump has consistently exaggerated his wealth and accomplishments, creating a public image that doesn't match reality. The power of celebrity. Trump leveraged his celebrity, amplified by reality television, to generate income through licensing and endorsements, masking his business failures. Fact-free bubble. Trump has long operated in a fact-free bubble, enabled by his father's wealth, and later by a media ecosystem that amplified his self-serving narratives. Easy-to-remember heuristics. Small loan myth. Remember that Trump's claim of a small loan from his father is demonstrably false. He received the equivalent of hundreds of millions of dollars. I alone can fix it. Be wary of Trump's claims of exceptional business acumen. His record is marked by failures and bankruptcies. Everything he touches turns to gold. This is a myth perpetuated by Fred Trump. Donald Trump's businesses often struggled and failed. I don't do this for the money. Remember that Trump's primary motivation in business and politics has consistently been self-enrichment and personal gain. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss our next book dive.